Sydney Derby, a Sydney Derby, not the Sydney Derby. As we know, the Sydney Derby is competed between Sydney FC and West Sydney Wanderers. But the little brother of the three Sydney clubs, if you like, the youngest of the brothers, Macarthur FC, are travelling to Sydney FC today for what should be a pretty exciting match. Two teams who have had Macarthur's had a great start to the season. Sydney FC, it's been up and down for them. Good win for Sydney FC last week, obviously in that very stormy match against Perth Glory, where there was a huge delay after halftime. That was the last A-League watch-along last Saturday night. A lot of fun. I'm sure a few guys here tonight were joined us for that one as well. And Sydney FC getting the win in the end against Perth Glory. It was close in the end. Perth Glory almost caught them out. 3-2 win. Macarthur FC are coming off a big comeback win last week against Adelaide United. They were down 3-2. Ended up coming back late, scoring 2 late goals. Ulysses Davia again pulling the strings for the Bulls. He'll be dangerous once again tonight. The Mexican midfield maestro. Jump in the chat, say g'day. How you feeling about this one? Let me know. Kickoff isn't too far away. And excited to see these two teams battle it out because it's hard to pick. And if you saw my prediction video, I called a draw. I'm sitting on the fence for this one. It's very, very hard to pick. Bud is here as well, of course. Bud, a Wellington Phoenix fan, says let's not talk about the previous fixtures. And of course, which just wrapped up moments ago. The early fixture today: Wellington Phoenix 0, ladder leaders Wellington Phoenix 0, Newcastle Jets 3. An incredible result over there in New Zealand. A real shock for everyone. Wellington Phoenix fans, probably the Newcastle Jets fans too, didn't expect to get a massive win like that away to the ladder leaders. The A-League, it's just so unexpected. Good to see West Sid fan in here. Back in a 3-1 win for Macarthur. I can see it happening. And I could see any result happening tonight. It's one of those games where it really could swing either way. This could be a big performance from Macarthur. Sydney could fall apart. You just don't know what you're going to get with Sydney at the moment. But having said that, I thought the Sky Blues, especially in the first half last week, were very, very good. Joe Lolly, Robert Mack, Patrick Wood, who started last week, looking very, very good. And if they can, get those combinations in the front line coming together just like they did last time around, then it'll work out for them tonight. But we'll wait and see. Kickoff is just moments away. Butter says to get predicting a loss. Wow, really? We've been too good recently. It's suspicious. It's almost too good to be true for Wellington Phoenix fans, isn't it? Like, we're top of the ladder. What do we do? Look, it's always going to be hard to stay on the top of the ladder. So look, but against Newcastle Jets is a surprising one. Jets have been struggling for form themselves. A couple of consecutive losses. So to go away to the ladder leaders Wellington and win 3-0. 3-0 too. Remarkable from the Jets, man. I haven't had the chance to watch the whole game. I've seen the goals, but I'm going to catch the replay. And no one saw it coming. I remember my predictions video. I think I said that the Wellington Jets game was the one game where it felt pretty easy to predict. You know what I mean? It was pretty much locked in that it was going to be a win for Wellington Phoenix, you'd expect, against the struggling Newcastle Jets. Good to see Namar here in the chat. Hope you're doing well. As well as Spencer, who says, good evening, Mr. Coastwatch Football. Good evening, Mr. Spencer GM. Hope you're doing well, mate. Up there in Queensland, and wherever you're tuning in from, hope you're enjoying a Saturday. Broadcasting here, of course, from Central Coast, New South Wales, Australia, where it's been incredibly hot. Over 40 degrees here today. And I'm sure if you're in the Sydney area, around New South Wales. I don't know what the other states have been like, but man, we've been copping this heat. I hope you guys are staying safe and well. And we had storms. Sydney, of course, we had that delay in the Sydney-Perth game last week due to the storms. Well, there's currently a pretty heavy storm system hitting me right now on the Central Coast. I had a look at the weather radars over Sydney, and it's looking pretty chill. So the game itself probably won't be delayed, but if we do randomly cut out for whatever reason, it might be due to this electrical storm that we're currently experiencing in the skies above my house right now. Nama asks, what's your thoughts on West United's form? Well, it's terrible, isn't it? I mean, 6 consecutive losses is ridiculously bad. And look, John Aloisi summed it up last night in his post-match press conference. It was one of the worst. I think he said it was the worst performance he'd seen from his club since he'd been in charge. And he's probably right too. By the way, the teams are just coming out of the tunnel now. Sydney FC, Macarthur FC, kickoff is just moments away. But look, I was at the game last night, of course. Very happy to see my Central Coast Mariners get a big win, 4-0. Could have been more as well. Western United, man, just it's a really puzzling one too, because you look at the team on paper and there's good names there. Daniel Pena, Lockie Wales, Noah Botic, Lustica and Thurgate are good midfielders. But they just there was just too many mistakes. The attitude, like the body language from the players and everything, didn't look great. They looked tired, and I'm worried for Western United, man, because there's no indication that it's going to turn around. For me, the only option is to move on from John Aloisi. I think John Aloisi is a good coach. He won a championship with the side a couple of years ago, but it's clear right now it's just not working out. So yeah, man, yeah, poor Western United. On the Phoenix game, Butter says, I think we dominated the game. Paulson would have saved the first 2, but it's been very windy in Wellington today. Good to see Anton here as well. Anton says, Perth fan. I'm in Perth. Hope you're doing well, Anton, over there on the west coast of Australia. John, how you doing, John? Good to see John here in the chat. Says, not just 6 straight losses, but they've scored one goal in those 6 games. It's a great point, John. Yeah, that's not only are they losing games, Western United, but they are struggling to score. They are struggling to find the back of the net. And, they've got plenty of fantastic attacking players. And I predicted them to do all right this year. And they're struggling. So this game is shortly going to kick off. 2-1 win, says to Macarthur, says Anton. Got a couple of predictions to Macarthur. Feel free to drop your predictions in the chat. So glad you guys can join me here for this one. Good question. Do you think this is the craziest year in A-League history? It's been pretty crazy so far. I mean, last season was pretty crazy, wasn't it? Well, last season was pretty up and down. Yeah, it could well be. It could turn out to be the craziest year. It's been a very unpredictable start. Good to see Kazor in here as well. Great name. Kazor. What do you reckon that Perth Glory should change to win games? Perth Glory, man. They just have to be a bit more aggressive. The thing that I've watched a bunch of Perth Glory's games this season, and they're just a little bit uninspiring to watch. They don't attack too much. Last night, I watched that City Glory game last night, and last night they had good passages, but that were towards the end of the game. Taggart forced a couple good saves out of Jeremy Young. But they just have to be a bit more ambitious throughout more extended periods throughout the game. Yeah, so it's hard to put your finger on it, though, eh? Spencer's back in a 0-0 draw. But it says, as long as Macarthur don't win, I'm happy. So, huge matchup for these 2 teams here. Important match. Just 7 games into the season. 2 teams keen to keep the winning form going here tonight. Kickoff just around the corner. Let's have a quick look here at the lineups as we are about to get underway here. Pretty strong lineups. Couple changes here and there that we should touch on as the game kicks off right now. There we go. Of course, on YouTube here might be a slight delay from the broadcast you're watching, so please just keep that in mind. Sydney FC, Macarthur FC, round 7 of the A-League men's competition. Live reaction. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And it's an early corner opportunity, is it, for Sydney FC? Within seconds. We're having a look at the lineup here. Ryan Grant, Goodwood, Reich, Lacerda, and King in that back line. Corey Holman holds his place in the starting 11, as does Patrick Wood. So same starting 11 as last week for Sydney FC as they take this corner short backwards. And Lolly from Rangers blocked. Macarthur FC, big change for them has come at left back. Even Vujicic, who's been a mainstay in that defensive line for Macarthur. Isaac Hover comes into the side. So he'll slot in at left back. Aside from that, it's looking pretty strong for the Bulls. Jake Holman does come in to the midfield. Says he's listed as on that left-hand side. We'll see if he does turn out to be playing on that left flank. Of course, should be mentioned as well, we've got two brothers playing tonight. Jake Holman and Corey Holman. Two brothers, two Sydney boys. And they are facing off against each other tonight. What a night for the Holman family to have the two boys meeting each other. Both, of course, will be desperate to lead their sides to victory. 90 seconds into this one. What are your thoughts on Yule coming to West Sydney Wanderers? Good pickup, Valentino Yule. We saw him at Newcastle just a few years ago. He did very well there. And I was surprised that he wasn't really, he didn't stick around in the A-League. Surprised the Jets didn't keep him around for a couple more years, maybe. But obviously they needed to bring someone in with the injury to Brandon Borrello, and Valentino Yule, a different kind of player. Taller, a bit more physical. But another good option for West Sydney Wanderers. So in terms of, finding someone to bring in as an injury replacement, Valentino Yule's a good pickup. Good pickup. Free kick opportunity here, long range. Sydney whipped in. Dangerous. Almost in the back of the net. Philip Curto plucks it out of the air. Fabio Gomez not too far away. Okay. Sky Blues looking hungry early on here. Oh, here's a chance for the Bulls to break forward. Jermaine has gone down. I'm sure advantage has been played here. Holman is on that left wing and he's into the box. He goes down. Looked a bit soft. No chance for a penalty there. Macarthur wearing a mixture of the home and away kit. They've got the home top on, and the shorts are the white from the away kit. Macarthur FC looking to get their first shot of the game. 3 minutes in here. Breaks down and they have to go back. Kazar just a moment ago said Glory need to sign a main player. I assume what you mean by that, Kazar, is that they need to sign sort of a main creative player. Player who can sort of unlock things. And I agree with you. I think they're missing that kind of player. We think back to, Diego Castro was one of the best players in Perth Glory history. And when he left, they didn't really replace him. And since then, Perth Glory have struggled. Since Diego Castro left the club, which is a few years ago now. So, yeah, man, maybe they need someone like a Diego Castro, like a creative attacking player to really string things together. That's probably what they're missing. Good to see Val Hoon here. Hope you're doing well, Val Hoon, as well as Mr. Handez. Hope you're enjoying your Saturday. Butter with a comment here regarding Wellington Phoenix says, I think Ben Old should start over Pennington. Yeah, I like Ben Old. I do like Ben Old. Exciting young player. A little bit of a different player to Pennington. Ben Old's traditionally more of an attacking midfielder, whereas Pennington, I guess, is more of a defensive midfielder. So a bit of a shift in profile of player as Sydney FC get in behind, and that was not the delivery that Corey Holman was hoping for Sydney FC. We are 5 minutes into this contest here, 5 minutes on my broadcast. You can watch this game. If you're in Australia, you can watch this game on free-to-air on 10 Bold. If you're watching on a television, on the 10 Play app. Paramount Plus as well, of course, as Macarthur FC. Great chance for them. The shot comes in and it's in! Is it offside? It is. Matty Miller coming close to his 4th goal of the season. Flag is up. Milos Stojowski rocking the white tee, very clean. And Matt Miller, who has gone from a fullback turned winger, has been fantastic so far this season. And his strike was quite clearly offside there. I think it was Davila, in fact, who took a deflection off. But close there for the Bulls, 6 minutes in. Not too far away from the first goal of the game. Keep an eye on Matt Miller, number 44 Macarthur FC playing off that right flank. Plenty of pace and has an eye for goal. Have a look at the bench. I'm just going to have a quick glance at the bench here. Let's have a look at this, eh? The bench is in this game are quite interesting. We do have Anthony Caceres here returning for Sydney FC. Manatidis as well back into the side. Plenty of young options there for the Sky Blues. And options here as well for Macarthur FC. Borges Rodriguez, who's back on the bench. So Holman has replaced really Rafael Borges Rodriguez in the side today. Ali Oglar, Jed Drew, both great options. Danny De Silva. You're probably going to say that a Bulls bench is stronger than Sydney FC's bench. I think Macarthur do have more options. As the Sky Blues look to get down the right. Do you think West Sydney Wanderers can win the league? Yes. Yes, I do think so. Definitely. Wanderers are looking very good. As a long-range strike. Pretty routine save there for Philip Koto. Ryan Grant from Rain. Yes, I do think Western United can win the league, and especially maybe after Wellington Phoenix has lost today. Obviously, a long way to go in the season. But the door has opened up for Wanderers now to go top after Wellington lost today. Western Sydney Wanderers take on Melbourne Victory tomorrow. In a game that I think they'll be expected to win, but Victory a good side as well. Buddy here, back in his Wellington Phoenix, says, never in my life did I think I would be supporting Sydney. This is what Wellington, having good form, does to a fan. Makes me doubt everything I've ever known. Wellington Phoenix. Look, one loss. I think they'll still be very, very strong this year, Wellington Phoenix. I can't see them fading away. They've been very, very good defensively so far this year, aside from today, of course, where it fell apart a little bit for them. Sydney FC really favouring this right-hand slide. Looking to make inroads down that right wing. Nice play, edge of the box. Green goes inside. Gomez breaking down. Gomez is still chasing for it. The clearance is terrible. Still bouncing around. Bratton from range, always rising that strike. Yes, it's on Paramount Plus for viewers in Australia. And yes, indeed, thanks for that, Mr. Handez. It's on 10Play, on the 10Play app, 10Play website. It's on, if you're also in Australia, it's also on 10 Bold. If you want to watch on a television, which does anyone watch on TV anymore? When I can, I do, because it's more live. You know what I mean? There isn't as with streaming. There's a bit of a delay. Sky Blues really pushing the Bulls back here. Knocking the ball around, looking for an avenue. That's nice play. Robbie Mack goes down. We play on. No foul. Macarthur in possession. 10 minutes into this game. Sydney FC 0, Macarthur FC 0. Sydney FC dominating things at the moment, controlling possession, looking pretty comfortable. Hey, Brendan, how's it going, man? I'm watching on a mobile device. Macarthur SC really dangerous on the counter attack. That's where they're going to flourish in tonight's game. We've seen that in previous fixtures as well. Against Melbourne Victory, against Adelaide last week as well. If they can get forward on the counter attack, they are hard to stop. Nicely won there, De Villa. There's a chance here for the Bulls to break. De Villa feeds Holman on the left. Here's that counter-attack that I was just talking about. Holman decides to slow it down, though. The Sky Blues got back in numbers quickly, but they won a free kick. Sydney FC not happy about it. Jake Holman did appear to go down pretty softly there. But it is a... Oh, dude, it was the brothers. Oh, I didn't realize. The two brothers, if for those not aware, Jake Holman and Corey Holman are facing off tonight. And Corey Holman just fouled his brother, Jake Holman. And it's given the Bulls a free kick opportunity here. Dude, that must be so surreal, like playing a professional game here in front of thousands of people against your brother. So Clayton Lewis from range here, usually a good deliverer of the ball. That's a good delivery. It's curling. Oh, okay. It looked good, but it was too long in the end. Good curve on it. Good curl on it. But I couldn't find a teammate. New Jets football, of course. I'm sure you'll be very happy about today's result. What did you think of the Jets? I didn't get around to catching the whole game. Did see the goals. Impressive. I mean, the result itself is impressive, isn't it? Newcastle Jets 3, Wellington Phoenix 0. That is a huge result against the ladder leaders. Fantastic from the Jets. Just surprising in so many ways. I mean, the Jets were not in great form heading into the game already. A couple of losses. And Wellington Phoenix looking so strong of late. No one expected that result. What a win for Newcastle Jets. Tommy Uscock back into the game, back into the side as well for Macarthur FC tonight after Matt Yerman. Matt Yerman came into the side for the game last week against Adelaide. There's a chance here for the Bulls. Redmayne's come out. Great chance. Has Redmayne handled the ball? There's appeals. What a moment in this game. 13 minutes in. Now, what's happened here? No, I think it's all good. Now, Redmayne was like well outside his box. Newy Jets says, what the hell is Redmayne doing? Did he handle it? I don't think he did. Rep doesn't think so either. Is VAR having a look at this? This could be a really, really big moment for this game. Refs are talking to each other. So this is a huge moment, 13 minutes in. Andrew Redmayne has potentially handled the ball. Here's the replay. Ooh, that's an arm. That's an hand. It's his upper arm. VAR check. This is a monumental moment in this match. Huge decision for the referee. Andrew Redmayne could be off. Sydney FC reduced to 10. VAR check. It doesn't look good, dude. I think that's an arm. Like, it's high on the arm. But, dude, that's contact on the arm. It's like above the elbow, but it's low enough from his shoulder to be his arm. Oh, dude. It's definitely hit his arm. What do you guys think? They're looking at okay, so here we go. Referee's coming away from the monitor. What's the decision? What's the decision? Oh no. Oh, it's red. Huge moment. Andrew Redmayne sent off. Red card. It's a rare occurrence to see a goalkeeper sent off. Redmayne is saying it hit his chest. It hit his shoulder up there, but dude, the replays show it was an upper arm. Sydney FC unhappy about it. But 15 minutes into this game, Sydney FC have just had that goalkeeper sent off for handling the ball about 30 meters out from his goal. No complaints, man. No complaints. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. So, Adam Pavlicic is set to come on. Adam Pavlicic, I can't recall the last time he made a first-team appearance for Sydney FC. It's probably been a while. last season, for the last few seasons, they had Thomas Hewitt-Bell, a very solid goalkeeper now at Western United. He was on the bench for the Sky Blues, but now it's Adam Pavlicic, who's been at the club for a number of years now. And he's going to come on the pitch here, and they're going to have to bring off someone. I'd expect it's going to be Patrick Wood. Probably Patrick Wood to come off. But Luke Bratton is still pleading with the referee here. I mean, I don't get the complaints here. I mean, the decision's been made. A VAR decision has been made. It is what it is. You can't change it. Mr. Hander says, I would love to hear the VAR conversation in that decision. Controversial one. But hey, I've got no complaints. And it is Patrick Wood who makes way. Disappointing, man. It's really rough for a player in that situation where someone has to be sacrificed, obviously. But Adam Pavlicic has been thrust into this situation now. And now the Bulls have a free kick opportunity in a great position. This is going to make for a really intriguing contest. Really, really intriguing. Because Sydney FC may be favourites heading into this game at home. It's going to be tricky now. Bulls with the advantage. Clayton Lewis. Probably too far out to shoot here. He'll look to hang it up, I'd imagine. Keeping up for Tommy Uscock. Asperopodamides. He goes direct. Trying to catch up Pavlicic. Holman regathers. Pavlicic claims. Wow, bro. Positive stuff for the young keeper indeed. Just to get himself on the ball. Clayton Lewis, cheeky from Lewis. Yeah, it was a decent effort. He went around the wall. But it says, why doesn't the league mic up the refs and VAR like they do in rugby? Well, we know in the Premier League, we've seen some released audio from VAR officials and referees from the Premier League recently. It'd be great if we see that in the A-League. I think that'd be awesome, just to get some more transparency. H. Simon, how's it going? Says, do you think the VAR and Danieletta got the call correct? I just saw Redmayne getting the red. Yes. Yeah. Definitely a red for me. Handled the ball. Correct call, in my opinion. Chance for Sydney, though. And they're going to need to take the chances when they get them. They are playing a man down. Against a good Macarthur FC side, it's going to be tricky to get a result here, Sydney FC. Brendan says, why would Redders do that, dude? I think it was just a blunder, wasn't it? He came out, he came right out from his box and just got caught out. He misjudged it, didn't he? That's it, dude. We rarely see it, don't we? Goalkeepers being sent off the pitch. And I vividly remember when I was much younger seeing Danny Vukovic sent off for a similar incident handling the ball. It happens. It does happen. Hey, Simon says, who was surprised at the Jets not only winning against Wellington, but also winning with a clean sheet. Look, it's a fantastic result for the Jets, isn't it? And that's what the conversation is around, isn't it? It would have been great if we were doing a watch along for that game, because I didn't watch I haven't caught the game yet. I've seen the goals though, and I saw it coming through on social media, and I was shocked as the game went on that the result was what it was. Great win for the Jets. Great win. We are 20 minutes into this football match. It's Sydney FC 0, Macarthur FC 0. Red card to Sydney goalkeeper Andrew Redmayne after handling the ball outside the box. If you guys are enjoying the stream, hit the like button. You can also consider sending through a super chat to support the channel. Sky Blues will still be keen to attack, keen to push the opposition back as they did in the opening 10 minutes. And they do have a free kick opportunity now in their attacking half. And they're taking the time to get the tall timber forward. Clearance stats are on the broadcast. 0 clearances for Sydney, 8 already for the Bulls. We've been busy in defence, MacArthur. Mr. Handers here with a comment from the Jets Phoenix game. Says, I don't feel like Newcastle outplayed the Knicks. I think Phoenix played themselves, and Newcastle were a lot more clinical and more composed. Interesting. I'm keen to catch a replay of the game, man, and see where it went wrong for the Knicks. But considering the recent form of both sides, the result just doesn't make sense. But I guess that's like with many things in the A-Leagues, eh? It's so hard to predict. Macarthur FC have been pretty solid defensively this year. At times, they have had a couple of games where they have conceded a few. Lovely down the right. Hovar cuts that out, but it'll be a corner here. Another set piece chance here for Sydney. Like I just said, that they're still keen to keep themselves on the attack, have the upper hand. So a goal here would be huge here for Sydney, just in the first half, just to give them the advantage. Here's the ball in. Doesn't quite work out in the end. 22 minutes in. Still remains 0-0. Jacob here, how's it going, man? So I think the Phoenix result was coming. They'll be fighting for 5th and 6th come season's end. Yeah, we'll see. Hey, I mean, I think they'll definitely play finals once again. I think they've shown already just in the early rounds that they have enough to compete at the top. As Jake Holman can't keep that in. Well, he appealed for a corner, but the ball never went out of play. And he should have kept going with the ball. Ryan Grant kept that in. Yeah, I think Phoenix will be a really tricky team to beat all season. I'm thinking that maybe that result was it would be a one-off. I think it will. G'day, Christopher. He says, good morning, checking back in from Texas. Christopher, I hope you're doing well over there on the other side of the planet from where I am, at least. Broadcast stats. Final third entries already 15 for Sydney FC, who have been finding their way forward. Macarthur FC, their chances have been coming from the counter-attack and a couple of free kicks. Macarthur still happy to sit back, absorb this pressure, despite having a man extra. And that's a terrible long ball. Who was that? It might have been Joel King. Someone just launched a long ball for Sydney and was nowhere near anyone, man. Goal kick for the Bulls. Sydney on the attack once again, down the right. Keeps breaking down for them. Bulls are matching them in defence so far. G'day, Ashton. No worries, man. Hope you're doing well. Says, what a game. Mariners v Melbourne victory. Last week, yes. 2-2 between Mariners and Melbourne victory last weekend. It was a pretty exciting game overall. I think from a neutral point of view, it would have been great. But I'm very happy to see my Mariners rescue a point late there. And especially against a good side like Melbourne victory, a point was a good result for Mariners. So because Mariners continuing with their decent form with the 4-0 win against Western United last night. Here's Fabio Gomez in behind. Good save. Oh, my goodness. What a save. That was a fabulous save. Philip Curto, who for me is one of the best goalkeepers in the competition, has just denied Fabio Gomez his second goal in the league this year. Great pass. He was onside too. Lolly feeding it through. Oh, dude, it almost trickled in. That was a necessary touch from Curto. Fabio Gomez, who I'm sure is desperate to grab a couple more goals in the A-League. That's right, H. Summon, yeah, as well. I mean, that was the other surprising thing about the Jets result is that their form hadn't been great. You know, loss against City, loss against Mariners the week before that as well. So credit to the Jets for really turning it around. They've just showed on the broadcast the passes in opposition half, and Sydney FC have dominated that statistic. Final third entries, touches in the box, all being dominated by Sydney FC. But despite that red card, 27 minutes into this game, Sydney FC have the upper hand. What can the Bulls do to wrestle back some control here? They've got an extra man on the field. Sydney FC win the ball, high up the pitch. There's a chance here. Robert Mack is in acres of space. It's cut off. Over the top here. Germain is in behind. Great chance. Macarthur. Defenders get back in time. Germain finding Holman, who shoots. Oh, beautiful finish. Macarthur opened the scoring. Jake Holman with a great, great goal. 1-0 to the Bulls. The counter-attack. We said it before. And it's worked a treat once again. The ball over the top for Germain. Teed it up for Holman. Wonderful stuff. The pass, the initial pass, sorry, which I think was from Miller. Fantastic. Germain knew Holman was arriving, had the space, and that's a great finish. Around the defender, around the goalkeeper. Frenzy Rabbit, how you going, man? Says a nice goal, Bulls. Beautiful finish. Jake Holman. Fantastic young player. An Ollie-Roo, Jake Holman, isn't he? And he has silenced Allianz Stadium. H. Simon says defense was bad. On that one, they were trying to track back, and no one tracking Jake Holman at the far post, hey? What was the atmosphere like at the Melbourne Victory Mariners game? It was good. It was pretty good considering it was a pretty hot day too. So I think the attendance was just around 5K. Melbourne Victory fans showed up in good numbers too, which was great to see. Frenzy Rabbit as well in the chat here says, so keen for Adelaide, Brisbane tomorrow. Going to be a cracker. That'll be a great game as well. Two fantastic games tomorrow, man. Adelaide, Brisbane, followed by Wanderers, Victory. Two games that should be really, really tightly contested. Tricky to pick as well. So, Macarthur FC. Not only do they lead on the scoreboard, they lead on the pitch in terms of personnel. Red card to Andrew Redmayne earlier on in the half. Sydney FC. This is a really tricky position for them now. Down 1-0. Macarthur looking to get forward again. This time it breaks down. Tricky situation here for Ufuk Talay. He's a good coach, Ufuk Talay. We know from his time at Wellington Phoenix. But now he's good to get his 10-man Sydney FC side back into this game. Here comes Joe Lolly, who might be able to do something. He's a good player. Breaks down. Well done, Macarthur, who are matching Sydney in defence so far tonight. Bulls also leading the ladder. Would they be? Actually, yeah, you might be right. Let me have a quick glance at the ladder, how it stands. You're probably right. There's a few teams really competing for the top of the table at the moment. A few teams still undefeated. Credit to Macarthur FC. We've sort of been flying under the radar so far this season as well. Let's have a little glance, shall we? Here we go. Here's a look at the live ladder, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks for pointing that out, Frenzied Rabbit. Macarthur FC, currently as it stands, lead the ladder. After Wellington Phoenix's loss earlier today, 4 wins, 3 losses as it stands. Sydney FC, this result will hold them in 10th place on the ladder. Mariners jumping up to 9th with a win last night against Western. Perth Glory losing last night as well to Melbourne City sees them sit second bottom. West City Wanderers, of course, play tomorrow, so they could go top. But a win here, Macarthur FC, would be a tremendous result for a side that not many predicted to be finishing towards the top. And they're looking very good to start the season. Very, very good to start the season, Macarthur FC. Half an hour into this game, Sydney FC 0, Macarthur FC 1, courtesy of a goal to Jakey Holman. Xander, for those who don't know, is a Sydney FC fan. Good to see you, Xander. Says Bulls have been quite shaky despite the man advantage. Shame my boys haven't capitalised on mistakes yet. Yeah, Sydney FC have definitely dominated so far, despite the red card. Yeah, you're right. Haven't been able to capitalise on that dominance. Hey, yeah, as you say. Haven't found the goal, and Bulls, with that one goal, now all of a sudden the game looks a little bit different, and they're controlling a good amount of possession here now, Macarthur. They're in a great position here, really, the Bulls. It's a position that they really shouldn't lose from. We know in the game of football anything can happen. But they lead 1-0. They have a man advantage. Clearance stats. So on the broadcast, they've just shown the clearance stats. 14 clearances already for the Bulls, 0 for Sydney, which sums up how it's been going. Sky Blues have been getting forward, but Macarthur have been matching it so far. 33 minutes have ticked by on my broadcast here, watching on Paramount Plus. Down the right flank. Delivery is good. Great chance. Holman! Great save, Redmayne. Follow-up is blocked. Flag is up. No, there's a foul. Jakey Holman close to making it 2 already. Did I say Redmayne? My bad, Palpasic. I forgot he got sent off as well, eh? Xander says, I don't think it was a red card, but I'm biased. It looked like a red to me. It looked like the arm. Don't think there's many complaints. Jake Holman, what a start for this game. Not only has he scored the goal, but he's been very lively so far as well, hasn't he? Down that left midfield position, which isn't a position that he's played much recently, but he's looking good there so far. West Sydney fan says Holman for Johnny Warren. Well, if he keeps up this form, anything's possible. Frenzy Robert says, I think it's a red, just total switch off from Redmayne. Yeah, he misjudged it, panicked probably in that situation. We've got 10 minutes to go in this half. Can Sydney FC find an equaliser before the break? That would be ideal. But at this rate, it's not looking too likely. That is a giveaway at the back. Tommy Woolscock, very strong defender, holding it up against Lolly, and still they wrestle for it. Nicolau now just opts to kick it out for a throw. H. Simon says it's rare to see a keeper so far off his line, though. Yeah, and he really just misjudged it too. Hey, he was never getting there. Well, he did get there. He just used his arm, didn't he? Corner Sydney. 36 minutes have ticked by. Set piece opportunities are going to be crucial for the Sky Blues. Robbie Mack goes short. Cut back. Still on here. Who can get on the end of this? Appeals for a handball. Appeals for a handball. Camera's on the referee. Was there a hand involved? Jonathan Asper. The camera's now on Jonathan Asper-Potomedes. Oh, and play is being held up. No, we're good. Play on. Okay, there we go. Almost a penalty shout there for Sydney, but it's been waved off pretty quickly. You're probably right there, Simon, as well. Yeah, Bratton should count himself lucky. Daniel Alda didn't book him for dissent. He was not happy, Luke Bratton, was he? Especially after the referee had made the decision after looking at the VAR monitor. I mean, there's nothing that can change. I mean, even when the referee makes the decision, not much can change. Hey, but yeah, he was going on for a little while there, wasn't he, Bratton? So Sydney FC. Well, interestingly enough, they've just shown the shot stats on the broadcast, and it's completely even. 6 shots each, three shots on target each. Possession stats are also exactly even. There you go. Having said that, Sydney FC have been much busier in the opposition territory, but balls are matching them for shots. Ashton here on Melbourne Victory says if you look at Melbourne Victory's next 4 games, we have 3 derbies in a row. It's very busy December, Melbourne Victory. Big Blue next week for Melbourne Victory. They host Sydney FC. Victory will be keen to get back home as well. They've had a few away games recently. And then the Melbourne derby, dude, on the 23rd. Melbourne derby, which of course is one of the biggest fixtures in the A-Leagues. Here comes Macarthur down the right. Second goal here would be huge. Cross is good. Germain. Well, the French striker who's played at the top level in Europe should have buried that. What an opportunity for Valerie Germain. French striker hasn't scored too many goals in the competition just so far. Might have been just offside anyway, but goodness me, surely he's going to hit the target from there. Great ball from Miller too, who's been good today so far as well. Valerie Germain, what a chance. No worries, Xander. Going to go jump back in the cove. Xander, who's tuning in from Allianz Stadium. Hope you're enjoying the vibes there, Xander. Have a good night, Lucky Cheese, Xander. Hope you enjoy the match there. So, slight delay here in the match here as Lolly was getting treated. I think Corey Holman's getting his leg strapped up as we speak as well. So there's a slight delay here before we resume play. "40 minutes played. It's been a fascinating half of football. Stats are very even. The main stats. But Sydney FC have definitely had the upper hand and dominated things a bit more going forward. Because Macarthur FC have looked really deadly every time they've gotten forward. 1-0 at this stage to the away team, but you feel like this game has got goals in it for sure. Both teams have been keen to attack. Here comes Fabio Gomez striding through the middle. Gomez has defenders in his road, and once again it breaks down. Tommy Uskok. This time the Bulls' defense have been great tonight, not giving Sydney a sniff. H. Simon says, I'm going to watch Sydney's winners team play against play Newcastle tomorrow afternoon. Very nice. H. Simon, Sydney FC. Traveling to take on the Jets and the other Winners tomorrow afternoon as well. Ball over the top here. Lolly won't be able to get to that one. But, it's a pullback pass from Hover. Lolly's in. Great chance, Sydney. And again, a superb defensive intervention. Breaks it down. Macarthur FC, what a defensive performance they're putting in. Nick Bratton is down on his knees. Perhaps picked up a knock there after collision with a Macarthur player. Hovar here, who's making a rare A-League appearance. That was not a great back pass. A close one indeed. Close one indeed. H. Simon on that Jets Sydney A-League Women's game says it'll be a close game. The Jets have been playing well despite the last couple of matches. Yeah, and Sydney FC, maybe not as impressive as we might have expected from the reigning champions in the A-League Women's this year. Hey. Good ball movement here from the Bulls down the left, which is the side they've really favoured so far tonight. Sydney FC win it, and they are obviously clearly lacking that extra player up top. There's only a few numbers that they can get forward here, Sydney FC. We are seeing Corey Holman shift forward. You can see one of those central midfielders for Sydney. It is Corey Holman shifting forward in sort of that central pocket to help out the attack. Sydney pressing high despite having a lack of numbers. Clearance stats from the broadcast once again, and Bulls have hit 20 clearances for the night already. And still, Sydney have zero clearances. 8 aerial dual wins for Macarthur, 0 for Sydney. The defensive effort here from the Bulls has been superb. Still happy to let Sydney FC have the ball. Have to let them knock it around. And utilise that counter-attack, which has worked out a treat for them so far. You're exactly right there. H. Simon losing their captain, Natalie Tobin, to an ACL tear hasn't helped yet. Terrible injury, obviously, in the opening round as well. Tobin in that matchup against Wanderers in round 1. Five minutes of injury time. Plenty of those minutes coming from that VAR check, I'm sure, earlier on in the game. Redmayne, of course, was sent off after handling the ball outside his area. Sydney FC trying to find an avenue through once again, but it's just breaking down on every occasion. Macarthur just putting in a fantastic defensive performance in this match tonight. Oh, good save, Kurtzo. That was a good chance. Joel King with the strike. Flicked on by Uskok, and Joel King, it was going wide by the looks of it. Kurtzo got down to that pretty quickly, though. Well done. So with 5 minutes of injury time, we've just got a few more minutes to play before the break. Stick around at halftime too. We'll have a bit of a look ahead to the remaining fixtures. We'll discuss some of the matches we saw take place already this round. Some pretty dramatic results. We'll also play Griddle at halftime as well, the A-League player guessing game, which is always a bit of fun. As the storm continues to hit me. I hope you guys are having good weather where you guys are. Here on the central coast of New South Wales and getting bombarded with a storm, which by the looks of things isn't affecting Sydney at all. I'm about an hour north of Sydney. And fortunately, thankfully, no storm affecting Sydney tonight, which obviously affected the game last week for the Sky Blues and Perth Glory. Saw that massive delay at halftime. We were live for that one, and we ended up having to wrap up the stream because I thought the game was going to go till the early hours of the morning with how extensive that delay was. A few minutes left. A late first half equaliser here would be beautiful for Sydney just to level things up. And Fabio Gomez goes for a ambitious effort there. That was never hitting the target. Fabio Gomez. I like him, man. I do like Fabio Gomez. A lot of Sydney fans, fell in love with him instantly when he made that incredible impact in the Australia Cup final, scoring 2 goals. He's got plenty of pace on him. He's tall as well, 6'4", I believe he is, Fabio Gomez. So far, it's not quite working out for him just yet. He's got 1 goal so far that came against the Reds a few weeks back. Xander says the red card should have never been a red. Says he pulled his arms behind his back. To me, it looked like it hit his arm. I think a few people in the chat agreed as well. But definitely looked like an arm to me. His upper arm below the shoulder. Joe Lolly down the right-hand side. Delivery isn't the best. Should be dealt with there. Macarthur FC are in a great position by the looks of things as they'll head into the second half here with an extra man and a goal up. All over the top here, man. Won't get to that one first. Lacerda's there. The other Brazilian import this year for Sydney FC, Gabriel Lacerda, who, again, I think has done very good considering the circumstances this year at Sydney FC. Brazilian centre-back, especially with the injury to Jack Rodwell. He's really had to take a leadership position there at the back of Sydney FC. He's done well, I thought, so far. Just several games into the season. Final seconds of the half. Stick around to half time. We're going to be playing Griddle. We'll be chatting about some of the other A-League games coming up as well this weekend. Macarthur FC, 1-0. What a position they sit in. Chance to take themselves to the top of a ladder as it stands, which would be huge from the little team, the youngest team in the competition from Sydney's southwest. Sydney FC 23 says, I'm angry about Redmayne. Angry about the call or angry with Redmayne? That'd be interesting, actually. Sydney FC fans will be very disappointed with how that half has transpired. It is indeed halftime right now. Sydney FC 0, Macarthur FC 1. What a dramatic half of football. The big talking point was the red card to Andrew Redmayne. Was it a red? Was it not a red? We've had some mixed thoughts in the chat. For me, it's a red. It looked like he did hit his arm. Sort of the above the elbow, below the shoulder, upper arm sort of position. And I don't think he can have many complaints there. So Patrick Woods was subbed off, and Adam Pavlicic is on for a rare first-team appearance for the Sky Blues, and made a couple of decent saves in that half so far. Macarthur FC, though, lead through a goal from Jakey Holman. Good performance from Holman so far. Hey, Thomas says, I'm so surprised that Redmayne came so far off his line. And Sydney FC 23 says, I hate about the call and the decision that Redmayne did. Yes, it was a poor decision for a guy who was a really experienced goalkeeper, isn't he? So 1-0 at the break. 1-0 to the Bulls. And let's have a little glance back at the ladder here. This is what it means for the competition ladder. Macarthur FC, as it stands, sits top of the table after Wellington Phoenix lost early today to Newcastle Jets, their first loss of the season. Wellington. 4 wins and 3 draws for Macarthur FC. Not too bad. Of course, Western Sydney Wanderers play tomorrow. So even if Bulls do win, a win for Wanderers tomorrow would lift them to the top of the table with potentially the same record there, wouldn't it be? 4 wins and 3 losses. 3 draws. Competitive ladder so far, it's looking, you got 3 teams there on 10 points as well. Brisbane and Adelaide play tomorrow. That should be a great game. We've already had a few games, of course, this round. Let's have a little glance through with the results. This is coming from Google, of course. Last night, we saw Central Coast Mariners pick up a huge 4-0 win at home against Western United. Western United now 6 consecutive losses, 1 goal scored in that run. John Aloisi's position is in jeopardy, it has to be said. Perth Glory and Melbourne City played out a pretty entertaining game last night, I thought. Perth Glory almost coming back late, but City holding on for a 2-1 win. Another professional performance there away from Melbourne City. And then this was the result that really has shocked all of us, and a lot of you guys talking about this one already tonight. Wellington Phoenix 0, who were leading the ladder heading into the weekend. Newcastle Jets 3, who were coming off a couple of losses into this game. And just an incredible performance and incredible results as well. And Newcastle Jets, if they can get some consistency, that's what they've been lacking for such a long time, Newcastle, some consistency. Can they finally return to finals this year? This is a good sign for the Jets. Sydney FC and Macarthur, of course, as we know. Macarthur obviously leading 1-0 so far in this one that we are doing a live watch-along for. 2 games tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Adelaide, Brisbane Roar. What a match that'll be. As we looked at the ladder a moment ago, 2 teams who are right next to each other on the ladder. Goals. It has to be goals. So many goals in that game. What did I call? I think my predictions I called 3-3. 3-3 draw. Could be more. And then this will be a fun game to watch as well. Wanderers, Melbourne Victory. 2 teams who have very strong fan bases. Wanderers have been great this season. So have Melbourne Victory. So this should be a pretty high-quality game. Pretty high-quality game. Big edge to Western United. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? That'd be fun. Fantastic games to round off the round 7. The A-League men's competition. Hey, let's have a little look ahead to next week. And if Aloisi doesn't get sacked, then we've got the Aloisi derby next Friday. 2 games next Friday, which is fun, man. I'm loving the double Friday night. The 2 games on a Friday night. It's fun. Western United, Brisbane Roar. Big game for Western United. Just need to win. Just need to win in whatever it takes. Just win the game. Wanderers host Adelaide United. That's always an exciting encounter. Newcastle Jets will be hosting Perth Glory. Optimistic to win that one there, the Jets. And then Melbourne Victory, Sydney FC. We've got a big blue next week in the A-League men's. Melbourne City will be hosting Central Coast Mariners. And Macarthur FC play Wellington Phoenix in what could potentially be a top-of-the-table clash next week. Wow. H. Simon says, on form, Newcastle should beat the Glory with a clean sheet. They can do it against a good Wellington Phoenix side. They should get it done, I think, at home against Glory. But, we never know. But that's a little look ahead to the round 8 fixtures. Second half in this one is not too far away. But before that, let's jump in and play some Griddle. For those that don't know, Griddle is an A-League puzzle game. Trivia, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to play it live here, right now. Let's do it. We love Griddle. It's always a bit of fun. And, it's a tricky one today. Okay. So, okay. So it's an interesting one. Usually we have some stats involved, right? Like goals or games played or penalties scored or whatever. Now, this is one that just involves teams, just involves clubs. But the tricky thing is here we've got New Zealand Knights and North Queensland Fury, which is always a tricky one, man. Always a tricky one. So let's start with the trickier ones. That's the way I approach these griddles. Have you guys played griddle today? Let me know. How'd you go? What was your score out of 9? Let's do it. North Queensland Fury. Isaka Cernak. Did he play for Adelaide? I don't think he did. He definitely played for Perth Glory. Good start. Bottom right. North Queensland Fury and Newcastle Jets, North Queensland Fury, and Adelaide United. Now, I think I got stumped on this one before, but did Sergio Van Dijk play for Adelaide? Oh, I'm not sure. Sergio Van Dijk. I don't know, man. We're going to think about goalkeepers too. Goalkeepers are always the ones that we'll get thrown in there. Newcastle Jets. Jeremy Brocky. I remember he was one that I missed before. Jeremy Brocky. There we go. Good start. This is a great start, man. I'm very happy about this. I was a wee lad. I was a wee lad back when New Zealand Knights and North Queensland Fury were in the competition, man. Fury in Adelaide. Now, who did I say before? Van Dijk. He definitely played for Adelaide, of course. I don't think Van Dijk played for Fury. He could have. Now, I'm sure there's someone that I'm missing here that's maybe a bit easier, a bit more obvious. Sarkis, no. This might be one we'll come back to. We'll come back to that one, Adelaide and Fury. We're looking for players. We've played for both. Okay, this is the tricky one. New Zealand Knights, because that's really a throwback. That's early days, man. Oh my goodness, Perth Glory and New Zealand Knights. Ross Aloisi played for New Zealand Knights. Did Ross Aloisi play for Adelaide? Did he play for Adelaide? I don't know. I'm going to be able to think of anyone else. I'm going to throw Ross Aloisi in here. I don't know. Okay. That's all right. I'm not expecting too much from this column. Don't expect too much from me here in this column here. This is our A-League player guessing game we are playing live here on the stream. Hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday nights. Goodness me, dude. I've got no one for these two. Let's come back to those. Wellington, Phoenix, and Adelaide. Who can go there? Didn't Lucas? Now, this is a bit of a niche one. Lucas Pantelis. Oh, okay. That's a miss. Did he not? I must be thinking of someone else. Okay. That's a blunder. Wellington, Phoenix, and Newcastle Jets. There'd be heaps there. Let's go Andrew Durante. Wellington, Phoenix, legend. Wellington, Phoenix, and Perth Glory. Could go Ollie Sale. Who else could we go there? Sure, there's a bunch we could go for those two. We'll go Danny Vukovic, another goalkeeper. Okay, and now we've got some tricky ones to finish us off here. I'm going to go Van Dijk here. I'm not confident, though. I don't think he did play them. No, he didn't. And then this is really tricky now. So, Brain, help me out here, Brain. New Zealand Knights, Newcastle Jets. Jeremy Brocky. I mean, I've already guessed Jeremy Brocky, so I can't go him again. I've got a feeling he did play for the Knights, though. I don't know, man. I'm not confident. I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to have a stab in the dark. I know Liam Reddy didn't play for. I'm sure he didn't play for New Zealand Knights. No. And oh my gosh, Newcastle Jets, dude. I'm really curious to see the answers for these, dude, because no one is coming to mind. I'm curious to see if you guys have any answers for these ones. Newcastle Jets. Once I see the answers, it'll educate myself. You know what I mean? I can remember it for next time. But I'm looking for players who play for both New Zealand Knights, Newcastle Jets, and I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Let's have a look at the answers. Oh, Zen and Caravella. Glenn Moss. Oh, dude, that was a gettable one too. Yeah. That was a good one. See, Richard Johnson and Franco Parisi. So those names don't exist in my brain. Yeah, Glenn Moss is the one we should have got there. We should have gotten that one. Yes. What about the Perth one? Oh, there's only two: Jeremy Christie and Danny Hay. Okay, we'll remember that for next time. That's tricky, bro. That's tricky. Let's have a look at some of the other ones we got wrong here. Roston Griffiths, Jason Spagnuolo. Wow. Osama Malik. That's one we should have gotten as well. Aussie Malik. Very famous A-League player. We missed a couple here as well. There's Zen and Caravella as well as Jonas Sally. Yes, I do recall Jonas Sally. And am I wrong in saying, look, I thought Lucas Pantelli's played for both teams. My brain, I don't know where that went. Yeah, plenty of gettable options there as well. So, struggle today as well in Griddle. Struggle. They've been getting a little bit harder these days, Griddle, haven't they? Belham says, up the Fury. Bring back the Fury, man, I say. Bring back North Queensland Fury. So, second half is just about to kick off in this one. It's Macarthur FC leading Sydney FC 1-0. And, of course, Andrew Redmayne sent off in the first half. Let's have a little glance at the stats here in the game so far. And 9 shots for Sydney, 7 for the Bulls. Possession's pretty even as well. But it's been Sydney FC who have been really pushing it, but Macarthur matching everything. Clearance stats they showed on the broadcast earlier was looking real good for them as well. So, of course, there's that red card to Andrew Redmayne. Patrick Wood had to be removed from the field so he could get another goalkeeper on. And let's have a look at how it looks on the ladder, of course, as well. Macarthur is currently leading as it stands. Guys, I'm going to go hit Boyle on the halftime cup of tea. I'll be back in just a second. Before that, great question here from the Bo Show. Hey, Bo Show, how's it going, man? Says, hey, how did you feel about the Mariners beating West United 4-0? Fantastic. Wonderful performance from Mariners. Having said that, terrible performance from West United, who really gifted us the win. But look, Mariners were great and ruthless, taking the chances, and could have had a few more. Great win. Great. Yes, Mariners absolutely deserve the win. Absolutely deserve the win. H. Simon also mentions that Bulls have 10 fouls, but only 1 yellow card. Indeed. Potentially more coming that way this half. We'll see. I'll be back in just a moment, guys, and then second half we'll be back on in this contest. Be back in a sec. Second half, here we go. Substitution as well, eh? Anthony Caceres is on the pitch. Bo Show as well, see, says, I honestly think Mariners can get top 6. And I think Adelaide will get 7th. Adelaide to drop out. Yeah, look, Mariners have enough, I think, to jump into finals. I don't think it'll be any higher than 5th, hey? if Mariners will make finals, I think we'll be fifth and sixth, and that's coming from a Mariners fan, man. Like, I was pretty optimistic before the season, but yeah, it's going to be tricky. And speaking of the Mariners, Troy here as well. How you going, Troy? Says, what a win for our Mariners. Great atmosphere too. It was a great win, wasn't it? Great to see such a fantastic scoreline as well, 4-0. Great performance and win for the Mariners last night. Bosher reckons Adelaide will bottle the league. Yeah, they're a team who have already had the ups and downs so far this season. But I think they'll be strong. I think they'll finish strong here. Second half is underway, by the way, and we've had a change. So Corey Holman, who was playing against his brother, Corey Holman is off, and Anthony Caceres has been thrust into the action here tonight. A good substitution. Anthony Caceres, a hard-working, creative midfielder who will get forward and support that attacking trio. Luke Bratton will sit a little bit deeper in that Sydney midfield, as he usually does. So this is a really, really pivotal match for both of these sides early on in the campaign. And a real test here for Sydney FC is Jake Girdwood. Wright goes for a run from centre back. Play on called. Joe Lolly feeding it forward. Great chance, Sydney. Lolly finding a way through. Almost. And it's cleared away once again. Balls have been very, very good defensively so far. Tulio, yeah, dude, what a goal. Dude, that was such a fantastic strike from Michael Tulio. And yes, I was indeed at the game. Loved being there. And as just some of you guys mentioned as well, the atmosphere was indeed great at the Mariners game last night. Sydney FC striding forward once again. And once again, running into a brick wall. This is turning into the narrative for this game. The Sky Blues are the ones really taking the game on. But they're running into a brick wall this time, almost finding a way through. Joe Lolly with a nice... He looked like he was going to shoot. Caceres made that run, got to receive the ball. Jonathan Asprey Potter meaties there once again to shut it down. It's a fifth corner of the game for Sydney. Macarthur still without a corner. Bratton hanging it up. Delivery's good. Uscock headers clear. Chance on the counter here. It's Bacchus. He's got players central. He's going to hold it up, which is probably the correct decision here. The Bulls should keep in mind, of course, I'm sure they are, that they do have the one-man advantage. Valerie Germain off the left wing, shooting. The shot was pretty tame. Easy save for Pavlicic there. Good question. And I thought of that comparison too there, Bosho. Bosho asks, whose goal is better? Fornaroli top corner strike against Mariners or Tulio's goal the other day? Yeah, really similar goals. You got to go Fornaroli just because it was further out. Yeah, very similar goals. But I think because Fornaroli's was further out and he was sprinting a bit more, wasn't he? Whereas Tulio had maybe a little bit more time. Yeah, it didn't come from a Mariners fan. I think you'd probably have to go Fornaroli in that one. But Tulio's goal was superb as well. But that Fornaroli goal will potentially be goal of the season. It'll be up there. We've already seen some spectacular goals in the A-League men competition so far this season. Here comes Macarthur FC, looking for goal number 2. Nice little move. They've earned themselves their first corner of the game. Jake Girdwood-Reich not happy with something, maybe some of his teammates. He is, and he's being thrown away by his teammates there. So is it to his centre-back partner? Maybe it is. So Jake Girdwood-Reich not happy about something. towards his teammate. And his teammates had to almost restrain him there. Quite a bizarre situation. Jake Goodwood, like a very competitive young defensive player. A little bit of push and shove in the box here. Corner will be halted. Referee's going to try and clear up some of this ruckus. And there's a big coming together here. Valerie Germain's not happy. And there's some really big pushes being thrown here. Matt Miller getting involved. Ryan Grant with some words as well. Referee has to sort this out because this is getting real physical. Gabriel Lacerda as well. Very animated. Now there's a conversation between Uskok and Lacerda. Uskok's not happy. Uskok, we know, is a very competitive player as well. Look at Luke Bratton coming in to have a word as well. Daniel Elder just needs to rein these players in and control this. Really tense scenario in this game with Sydney down a goal and down a player. They're desperate to hold on here, but there was multiple little flare-ups in the box there. Lacerda and Uskok very physical. Didn't need to be as well. So, huge opportunity here. First set piece of the half of the Bulls. The first corner of the game. Delivery's good too. Pavlicic doesn't catch. He palms away. Probably could have held on to that. Throw in for the Bulls. Wow. G'day, Mangoes. How's it going? Troy asks, do we play our AFC Cup game on Wednesday? I hope we can make it to the next stage. Yes, indeed. Mariners play Stallions Laguna SC in the Philippines on Wednesday evening. Bosho asks, how do you feel about the Melbourne City Mariners next game? It'll be a really, really tough match for Mariners, as we know. Traveling down to Melbourne is always tricky. It's a grand final rematch, of course, as well. Melbourne City will be keen to grab revenge in that game. It's going to be tricky. Mariners are going to have to be at their best to get a result away in Melbourne City. I will say that. Okay, cool. Master FUT from another account. Thanks for mentioning that. Mangoes. Master FUT. Yellow card here for Clayton Lewis. This game's starting to boil nicely. It is. It's another yellow card. H. Simon earlier on mentioned that despite the fouls being in the double digits for the Bulls, that have only had one yellow card so far this match. So there's another booking. Clayton Lewis, who are pretty clear, just it was almost an elbow to the face almost on Anthony Caceres, an elbow to the upper chest, if you like. Mangoes, of course, a Phoenix fan, says sad for the Knicks. Yes, a shock result as well. Hey, Kraz Dog as well says I tipped the Phoenix to beat the Jets, and the Jets won. From now on, I will tip against the Jets. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's just a match that the result no one saw coming. Hey. So it's Macarthur who just have to stay professional here in this one. Have to stay with calm, cool heads. Maintain the lead that they do have. We're 54 minutes into this game on my broadcast. Macarthur. Just need to hold on here. Ufuk Talay here on the sidelines. Very animated getting into this one. Phil Curto with a poor clearance there, giving it straight back to Sydney. That'll be a foul. Well done, Jake Holman once again. Caceres is not happy. See, these Sydney FC players are really rattled, you can tell. Every minute or so, there's a foul, there's something going on, there's words being said. It feels like a bit of a derby. We know it's not the famous Sydney derby, but look, it is a derby. Second shortest away day of the season for Macarthur SC. Travelling to the city to face the Sky Blues, Allianz Stadium. Sky Blues moving the ball well down the right now. Lolly. Can he manufacture something for his Sydney FC side? The shot is deflected for a corner. Hey, if that's how you want me to pronounce it, says, let's go. This game is so interesting. It's set up really nicely. We've got a really exciting last half an hour or so on our hands. Because Sydney FC are really going to push for this here, despite being a man down. Cross comes in here, following the corner, headed away. 10 minutes into this half. MacArthur. Will they be broken? Can that defense be defeated? They've been fantastic tonight. Here's Joe Lolly. Cutting in as he always does. Crossing. Can't find Gomez on this occasion. Fabio Gomez just needs to be doing a bit more to get towards the ball or something. The crosses are coming in, but Joe Lolly sort of threw his arms up in frustration then after that moment. Interestingly enough, they've just put up the aerial duels 1 stat, and Bulls have won 10. Sydney have won 1. They've only got 1 in that category. So, look, Fabio Gomez, dude, you're 6'4". Use your height, use your physicality, win the ball in the air. The MacArthur defenders, it's just too comfortable for them right now, man. Mango's backing Sydney in the situation to keep his Knicks on top, of course. Troy as well says going to Unite round versus Melbourne Victory. The Mariners victory game. Yep, on the that'll be the Saturday, I believe, for Unite round next month. So can't wait. Never been to that stadium before. Fantastic stadium. Great stadium, Allianz. Been there a few times. Sydney FC. Free kick is short. Cross. Now that is towards Gomez. Here is Gomez. Can he get a shot off? It's on the floor. Back heels. Nice. Great chance. Oh. Well, that's probably Sydney's best chance of the game. And it fell to centre-back Gabriel Lacerda. Gomez finally winning it in the box. The back heel was really smart too. Because it was Ryan Grant who was in a bit of space. Gabriel Lacerda with a defender's finish there. Couldn't find the back of the net. General here in the chats says, I know Sydney are surging, but MacArthur are sitting back too much. I think they should try and push a bit more, get a hold of that midfield. Come on, Bulls. I probably agree with you there as well. Hey, they don't have to sit back as far. They've got the extra player. Try and get that second goal. If they can get a second, it's basically sealed the 3 points. Here's a chance for the Bulls to break now. There's a heaps of space and a terrible effort there from Ryan Grant. He's left a massive gap at the back here. De Villa, wide for Germain. Wants the underlapping run. Was that a handball? Some half appeals there from some of the Bulls players. As we approach the hour mark, Bulls are in once again, and it's a great save, Pavlicic. You had to come out quickly. Almost in behind there was Matt Miller. Already grabbed a few goals this season. Hey, Will, I won't be streaming the Raw game tomorrow, but I'm very keen to catch it. Adelaide, Brisbane should be a great game. Should be fantastic. Sydney FC 0, MacArthur FC 1 as we hit the hour mark in this game. Sky Blues still looking to break the deadlock. For them, at least. Bulls defense has been resolute tonight. Let's have another quick glance at the live ladder. Bulls sitting on top with this win for at least 20 hours or so. Tomorrow afternoon, Western Sydney Wanderers will be playing Melbourne Victory. A win for Wanderers will bring them top of the ladder. Sydney FC down to 10th place with this result. This would be Sydney's 5th loss of the season, just 7 rounds in, which is not looking good for the Sky Blues. They have already let go of Steve Corica early on this season. Tale has come in and it's been mixed so far. Now wide, Lolly, he's the man you want on the ball. Lolly running at the defenders. Great chance for Sydney. The shot from Mac is blocked. The Bulls can bounce away once again. Another block, dude. The clearances, the blocks from Macarthur. Winning the aerial duels, everything. Sky Blues. They simply just don't have the numbers forward, do they? John King looking for Gomez. There's no indication that Sydney FC are going to make a breakthrough here. They've been second best moving forward. Macarthur has just been too tough to break down. And here it is for Lolly, though. Oh, nice pass inside. He's Mac in the box. Robbie Mac has to go back. Lolly, another block. Dude, every time Sydney have a shot, there's just 17 players in front. Macarthur players are just throwing themselves in front of the ball. How is Sydney playing? They haven't been terrible. Oh, is it in? It is! Oh, dude. Well, Mangoes, as he asked the question, well, it might be ruled off. No, it is. It's offside, is it? Robert Mack has put the ball in the back of the net, but that has been called for offside. Let's have a look at the replay here. Will VAR intervene? Here's the replay. Mack, he looks offside, yeah. It was close, but dude, he did really well with the finish too, didn't he? My goodness. He was spinning around and had to poke it over Curto and just fell into the goal. Wow. Wow. Wow, indeed, Valhoon. Yeah. Warning signs indeed. Warning signs indeed. So Sydney, maybe they are getting closer and closer to this equaliser. Macarthur, yeah, as you guys mentioned a bit earlier, I'm worried for them, sitting back too much, inviting the pressure, inviting this equaliser. Look at the clearance stats now. Sydney have made 4 clearances. Macarthur have made 30. 30 clearances. Wow. Another yellow card has just been handed out. It's Isaac Hobart who's picked up the yellow card. That, I think, is number 3, booking number 3 for the Bulls. A few players on cautions. As we're going to see a substitution. 64 minutes in. First changes of the afternoon, of the evening for Macarthur. Jed Drew's coming on. Great player option to bring on. Very exciting, talented youngster with plenty of pace. And Rafael Borges Rodriguez is also entering the pitch. Uli Davila is coming from the fields. Matt Miller as well. Matt Miller. Well, his referees, Daniel Leto's trying to urge him off the field quicker. He's taking his time, isn't he? Davila's coming off as well, so you'd imagine that Jake Holman will shift to a central position with Drew and Borges Rodriguez to occupy the wings. Troy with an intriguing question. Thoughts on Marco Tilio's injury interrupted start with Celtic. Do you think a move elsewhere would be best or just wait until he's injury-free? I think a move away would be good. I think even if he was injury free, I don't know if he'd be able to break through into the first team and get regular minutes. He's a fantastic talent, Mike Attilio. He's got a huge future, and he needs game time. So maybe just for even if it's just 6 months, if he can get a loan move to another club, that'd be great. Long range shot here from Sydney has forced a corner, has it? Oh no, it will be a goal kick. Anthony Caceres from long range, almost forcing a save from Curto. Don't know if it took a touch there. They were appealing for a corner. Might have scraped the fingertip of Philip Curto. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that here on through the stream here, but the thunder continues to roll here very loudly too. We've got a storm rolling through here on the central coast of New South Wales. Hope you guys are staying safe and well wherever the weather, wherever you guys are in whatever weather you're having. Sydney FC coming close once again and again. Another clearance. The Bulls have been there every single time. This is quickly turning into one of the most impressive defensive performances of the season in the league. 18 crosses already for Sydney, just the 7 for the Bulls. That's according to the broadcast. Wow, bro. Sky Blues. Man down. Dude, that thunder is popping off. Dude, just letting you guys know, if the stream drops out, randomly, it'll be because of a loss of power. Because on the Central Coast here, we're getting hammered by rain and thunder. Of course, the match last week, we did a live stream for it. The Sydney Glory game was delayed for a couple of hours due to a storm. No storm affecting Sydney tonight, by the looks of things, at least on this broadcast. Sky Blues with a free kick opportunity here. 68 minutes into the game. A little bit of a coming together as well between Bacchus and Caceres. Two combative midfielders. So, Sky Blues. They've had chance after chance. It's been getting closer and closer for them. Delivery is good. Toto will claim that though. That thunder, so you guys can hear it? Yeah, we're getting some, and the rain's bucketing down too. So, yeah, man, I don't know if you guys, literally just then, the thunder is smashing us right now, man. So hopefully the stream holds up. It has happened once, I think one time before, where it was a Socceroos game. We did a live watch along for it, and it was like barely 5 minutes in, and the power in the house just went, and I was like, oh, guess we're not doing a stream tonight. Sometimes it's just out of my, it's out of my hands. An interesting question here. Where do you rank Matt Leckie as one of the Australia's best wide wingers? He's up there, isn't he? He's up there. He's probably top 3. I think he's top 3, Matt Leckie. He's fantastic. I think on his day, he's potentially one of the best players in the A-League. And despite, struggling with injury early on this season, he is playing now. And he scored last night against Glory. I think he will be in the Asian Cup squad come January. Yes. Master FUT says, watched the Glory Melbourne City game yesterday. Met Ollie Sale, and he was really nice. Sad Glory couldn't get a result, though. Yeah, it was a great game last night. I watched that one as well. And Perth Glory, they pushed late, didn't they? But Melbourne City just too strong in the end. 2-1 win. Ooh, all-time. Matt Leckie, all-time. Man. Well, I'm young enough to not have watched, every Socceroos team in history, but if I just narrow it down to maybe the last 20 years, would I put Leckie in the top 10? I probably would. Leckie's been a very consistent performer for the Socceroos for the best part of a decade now. He's been in the last few World Cup squads, Matt Leckie. I really rate him. I think he's a good player. Obviously, and highlight for Matt Leckie was probably that goal in the World Cup last year as well against Denmark to send the Socceroos through to the round 16. What a famous moment. Sydney FC with 20 minutes remaining into this game, 20 minutes left to find an equaliser, to find a route back into this contest. Bulls have just been so solid in defence, man. If you guys have any questions or comments on anything A-Leagues related, Socceroos, Matildas, anything, feel free to throw it in the chat. Love discussing these things with you guys. Oh my God, what a chance for Macarthur. Is he onside? Jed Drew's in space. Oh, it's a poor first touch. Great chance for Macarthur. Oh, Drew misses. He went for the ambitious strike, trying to curl it in. What a chance, though. Macarthur, 40 meters out. We're like 3-on-1 there. And oh my gosh, how did they not score there? Jed Drew, his first touch was awful, wasn't it? He took it wide. That was a gilt-edged moment. Wow. Musty FUT, what did Redmayne do to get that red card? For those that are just tuning in, Redmayne handled the ball. The referee judged that Redmayne had made a handball outside the box, which constituted in a red card for the keeper. And I have to agree with the decision. Another yellow card here for the Bulls. Keanu Bacchus picking up a yellow card. He's been very busy in the base of that midfield tonight. Keanu Bacchus, as he always is. And oh my goodness, oh my God. Okay, I actually missed the challenge. Bacchus just literally rugby tackled. You know, actually, that would be a great tackle in Aussie rules football. Literally a rugby tackle. Troy is asking for a red card. Definitely not a red card for me. Definitely yellow. Wasn't anything violent in there, but it was a professional foul. It was the definition of a professional foul, that's for sure. So that's the easiest yellow card that Daniel Elder will ever dish out in his career. But definitely not a red in my eyes. Robbie Mack looking to burst down the left. That's a great challenge by Yanni Nicolau, who's one of the more underrated fullbacks in the A-League. Signed by the Bulls in the most recent off-season, and he's held that right back position really well. He's started just about every game at right back so far this season. Sydney FC now looking to penetrate down at the right-hand side. Lolly, Joe Lolly, nice run. Can he find the gap? Great run. Delivery, headed away. Spotomides is there again. Sky Blues back in possession. In the box. Great move. Caceres! Oh! Anthony Caceres has been good since coming off the bench at the break. And that was once again a fantastic opportunity. Great run inside from Caceres. Smart pass by Lolly. Dude, they're getting closer. They're getting closer. Oh, dude, so close for Caceres. Bit of a pause in the game here. Isaac Hovar's down on the floor, potentially with an injury. Also readying a change. Ollie Jones is ready to come on. So it looks like Hovar might, his night might be over. Solid performance from the young fullback, Hovar. Rarely makes an appearance here for the Bulls. Back up, left back. No Ivan Vujicic tonight. With 15 minutes remaining here in this match. Running out of time, Sydney. Look at that stat on the broadcast. Most clearances tonight. Jonathan Asperopotomides has made 10 clearances tonight. 10! And we still have 50 minutes to play. So, changes all around here for Macarthur. This is a triple change for the Bulls. Charles Momboy, Ollie Jones, and Daniel De Silva all prepared to come to the pitch. Jackie Holman scored the goal tonight for the Bulls that might take them to the top of the ladder come the end of the weekend. He's coming off the pitch. De Silva on to replace him. Great replacement. Come on, Daniel De Silva, who, of course, spent a year on loan at Sydney FC a few years ago. Charles Mombois is on to replace Clayton Lewis in the heart of midfield. Very industrious midfielder, Charles Mombois. And Ollie Jones will slot in at left back. Left-footed centre-back Ollie Jones. Crass Dog says, I need Macarthur to win, so I'm 3 out of 4 and tipping. Dude, A-League tipping's so tricky at the moment, isn't it? It's you never know what to expect in here, Alex, which is why we love it. So, Sydney FC, we keep saying the same thing. They're pushing, they're showing a lot. There's a lot of effort. The effort's there from Sydney FC. You got to give them marks for that. But the takeaway so far from this game, with 14 minutes to play, is the incredible defending from Macarthur FC, who have just been on the end of everything tonight. Now on the left, a little bit of space here for Joel King, who sends in a massive cross. It will find Lolly. But there's Ollie Jones to cut it out. This result here really sends a warning to the rest of the competition. Macarthur are a team who are going to be very difficult to beat this season. They are set to go undefeated 7 rounds into the season. This is a team that many people were skeptical about their chances this season. This is a team that, of course, picked up the wooden spoon last year in the A-League men. Not streaming any games tomorrow, Master FUT, but very much keen to keep an eye on the action. 2 great games tomorrow, Adelaide, Brisbane. Wanderers victory. Of course, with Bulls win tonight, if they do hold on to the 3 points, of course, they do go top. But a win for Wanderers tomorrow would lift them up into top spot on the ladder, ahead on goal difference only. So, 78 minutes have been played, which means Sydney FC are really, really starting to run out of time now. And with a man down, it's really, really tricky for them. They've had to try and commit defenders forward, get midfielders up the pitch, get some numbers forward so they can create these opportunities. But the Sky Blues, they're aware. They're aware of the threat that Macarthur possessed on the counter-attack. Bacchus is looking wide here. Has Drew. Macarthur in possession. Apologies if any of this the storm that we're copying here on Central Coast is coming up in the microphone. The rain is bucketing down on my roof as we speak. Hope you guys are having decent weather wherever you are tuning in from. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight too. If you want to support the stream, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. You can also consider sending through a super chat. Super chats go a long way in supporting the channel. Macarthur FC. Could they find one more here? Challenging for the ball here is Rogers Rodriguez. Germain won't get on the end of that. Sounds like a play. 79 minutes played. Minutes are ticking by. Sydney FC. The win's very unlikely now. A draw is all they can hope for, Sky Blues, you'd imagine, at this stage. And especially considering how late it is now, a goal for the Bulls would seal it, surely. Troy says today is one of the days I'm glad I work inside. Yes, very, very warm day here, especially on the Central Coast. Very, very warm. Clocked over 40 degrees. Any finals predictions? Yeah, I still think Wellington will play finals. Wanderers, I think, will play finals. At this rate, I think Macarthur could be up there as well. Wanderers and Wellington are the 2 ones that I've been really impressed by so far this season. Couple substitutions here for Sydney. Luke Bratton's being brought off. That's rare that we see Luke Bratton brought off the pitch. Jordan Courtney-Perkins is on. This might mean a change of shape for Sydney FC. Robbie Mack has also come from the pitch, interestingly enough. So it looks like Jake Goodwood-Reich has shifted forward into midfield. Courtney-Perkins will jump into the centre-back area. Robert Mack is off as well. Looks like Mitch Glasson is onto the pitch. Mitch Glasson, a young Joey's striker who almost got his first A-League goal last week, but it was adjudicated to be an own goal instead of a goal to Glasson, who did well to force the winning goal for Sydney last week. Sky Blues entering the dying stages of this game. Glasson on the left wing. Courtney-Perkins. His cross doesn't find anyone. Macarthur just have to keep up this professional performance here. Hold on to it. Don't do anything silly. Ollie Jones getting caught in possession. It's a good wrestle with Gomez. No foul called. Well done, substitute Jones, who did really well there. Maybe Gomez again. It's just not working out for him at the moment. Hey, he needs to be doing more to affect the game to create more chances. But for whatever reason, the combinations just aren't working out up top for Sydney FC tonight. $82 minutes played. Is Rodwell still injured? Yes. No Jack Rodwell. Yet to make an appearance in the A-League. He was fantastic in their Australia Cup run. Jack Rodwell. They would love to get him back, Sydney FC. Poor Sydney FC, says Tarnley. So this is, if this result stands, it's going to be a mixed start to life at Sydney FC for coach Ufuk Talay, who will now go 2 wins, 2 losses. Started with a big 5-1 win away to Adelaide, which was a remarkable result. Lost the Sydney derby, of course, 1-0. 3-2 win last week at home to Glory, and this could be a home loss here, once again, to another one of their Sydney rivals. Ollie Jones with a really good intervention there to stop Ryan Grant, and Sky Blues, 83rd minute, corner. Delivery to that far post, headed away for another corner. Jonathan Aspropotomides, probably player of the match. You got to say, what a defensive effort. Mitch Glasson's taking this corner on the left side. Gomez's header not on target. Oh boy. I mean, he looks a little bit low in confidence too, Gomez. I don't know what it is. I mean, scoring 2 goals off the bench in an Australia Cup final. What a way to make his debut. And I think everyone was really excited to see him flourish this season in the A-League, and hasn't shown up. Referee just telling goalkeeper Philip Curter to get a move on with his goal kicks. Suddenly says, hey, look how you surviving the heat. Very thankful for air conditioning, that's for sure. Very thankful. But yeah, hope you guys have been staying safe and well in whatever weather you've been experiencing. Philip Curter was currently spraying one of his teammates. Lacerda forward for Lolly. Joe Lolly has really looked dangerous on that wing, but he's been shut down on so many occasions. Borges Rodriguez for the Bulls. De Silva, nice play. Borges Rodriguez is flying down the right wing. Bulls could seal it here. Great block. Gabby Lacerda there to clear it out. Not long to go. These are crucial moments. I don't imagine Macarthur would send too many players forward for this corner. But a great piece of play there, Jermaine, with a nice pass. And the passage should have opened up there for Borges Rodriguez, who's been very good this season. Rafael Borges Rodriguez. Right wing. Drew goes backwards. De Silva. Jed Drew in behind. Great chance. It's in! Bulls score number 2 and will seal 2 goals here to lift them up to top place on the ladder. And it's Valerie Germain who scores it. Celebrates in front of Macarthur supporters. That's Valerie Germain sealing the 3 points there. Macarthur FC will finish the night top of the ladder. Drew was onside. The cross was perfect. Germain with a tap in. Brilliant. And Sky Blues are going to be left frustrated after tonight, man. Red cards really, really made an impact on the game. Sydney have pushed. Macarthur have held on, have been so strong in defence. What a win for Macarthur FC. That's just relieved a whole bunch of pressure to now 2 goals. And now Sydney FC just have to throw everything forward now. They have a man down, but they have to throw everything forward. Incredible. Incredible. Valerie Germain, another goal in the A-League. Slowly starting to rack up the goals. Sydney, quick corner. They go short, and De Silva's trying to wrestle for it. They're still in possession here. Here's Glasson. Shot is blocked. This has been a really admirable effort tonight from from Macarthur FC, man. They've taken their chances when they've got them, and they've defended with such strength and resolve. 88 minutes have been played. Another Jermain. I like Jermain, man. Like, he's not the kind of striker that just hangs up the top, waits for his chances, but he gets involved as well. He'll shift around the pitch. He'll shift into wide areas. He gets himself involved in the build-up. Sydney FC looking at forwards down the right once again. They've really looked down that right wing, Sydney FC, and it just hasn't come for them. They're sort of being pressured here by Jermain. We really haven't had that many stoppages this half, had we? I can't imagine we'll have much injury time. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes. We're into the final minute of regulation time now. And Macarthur are going to win this game, dude. Macarthur are going to win this game. Is there I guess you could probably just say, a consolation goal at this stage for Sydney FC? I know they're a man down, but they have to get more numbers forward. They still don't have enough players forward. Joel King. Cross isn't great. Nice ball over the top for King. This cross is blocked. It's another corner. Delivery is okay. Had to went the near post though. Wait, what? 7 minutes? Where did we get that from? Where did we get 7 minutes of added time from? Can't recall any lengthy delays. There was one point where the referee was speaking to a couple of players after a bit of a wrestle at a corner. I don't recall any other major delays, so I'm not sure where the officials have found 7 minutes from. Jonathan Aspirin Potomedes, who's been incredible tonight, is down with cramp by the looks of things. And the referee is helping stretch it out for him. And tells him to get on with it, of course. Yeah, right. 7. Doesn't seem right, does it? I don't think we've had any injuries or anything. We've had like a few substitutions and 1 goal. Doesn't seem to equate to 7 minutes. It's a lot of added time. So, anyway, that's what we've got. Doesn't seem right at all. Gives Sydney a glimmer of hope, but they really have to score immediately. Yeah, there was a VAR. Wait, was there a VAR check? I think there was a word with VAR. They were checking a potential handball, but yeah, that was very quick, wasn't it? Sky Blues with a free kick near the halfway line. Foul to Silva. A little bit too aggressive there in tugging down his opponent. 5 minutes to go now in this game. 2 minutes of injury time have already expired. It's a yellow card for De Silva. Yet another yellow card for a Bulls player. They've been picking up the yellow cards. 5 yellow cards for Macarthur. Joel King will deliver this set piece. And Sydney have to score off this if they have any chance getting something from this game. Grant hangs it up straight up in the air. And forward to Jed Drew, who can just send it long. And Jermaine won't get to that. It was almost on for a breakaway, wasn't it? Space inside here, Goodwood Reich. That was short. Talk about defensive resilience. We saw a good defensive performance today from Newcastle Jets, and Macarthur holding on here. Unless Joe Lolly has something to say about it. Good block. Once again, Macarthur survived. Didn't let Macarthur fullback get injured for a few minutes. That's true. That's true. It wasn't too long. Oh, here's Macarthur. They're in again. Oh, my God. What a miss. What a miss. We have seen what will go down as a contender for miss of the season this season in the A-League. Belgium has scored dozens of goals in the top flight in France, and he's missed a sitter. Now Sydney FC go at the other end. Glasson goes down. We play on, and that's a foul. Macarthur free kick. Glasson is very unhappy about it. Oh my gosh, what a miss. What a miss. That's unbelievable. They're showing the replay of the miss. Jed Drew, great delivery. He's onside. Well, that has to be a goal. I'm sorry, that has to be a goal. That's one of the worst misses I've ever seen. Goodness me, what a miss. Of all players, too. One of the most experienced strikers in the A-League. And I'm sure that'll go down as one of the biggest misses in his career. And this is a guy who's played at the top level in world football in Belgium. That is a truly astonishing miss. It won't matter, thankfully, for the Bulls. They're up 2-0 and set to win this game with bare seconds to go. What a performance this has been from Macarthur. Yes, they have had an extra player, but they have been bombarded in defence. And they've held on. Is there time for one more? Bulls looking like they could go ahead for number 3. Back with the goalkeeper, though. That should be it, though. Sydney FC ran out of time. No, sorry. We've got more minutes to play. I forgot we had 7 minutes. It still doesn't feel right that we got 7 minutes of injury time. And as General points out here in the chat, that's staggering. 5 to 42 clearances count. It just sums up the night, doesn't it? It sums up the night. Sydney have been throwing things forward, man. They've been throwing things forward. But the Bulls have just been responding to everything so well. Tommy Uscock, Jonathan Aspro-Potomedes at the back for Macarthur. Philip Curto hasn't been called into action too often. A handball has been called there. I don't know about having a handball. It's down by his side. So it's a free kick opportunity here for Sydney FC. It'll be a consolation at this stage with, as we enter the final minute of injury time, the Sky Blues mixed start to life for Ufuk Talay as head coach at the Sky Blues. Joe Lolly, you'd imagine, is just going to have a shot here from about 35 metres out. Lolly to strike it. Oh, good save, Curto. Dude, that shot was travelling. Absolutely travelling from Lolly. It was low, too. Had to get down quickly there, Curto. Mombua. Ball sails out of play. Macarthur are going to hold on here with one of the best defensive performances we've seen this season so far in the A-League men competition. The Bulls. What a statement this is. Top of the table now. That was just the 4th save of the match for Bulls keeper Philip Curto. That's it. Full time. Game over. Sydney FC left frustrated. Andrew Redmayne, their goalkeeper, sent off in the first half. And it really affected things. Bulls win and go top of the ladder. Let's have a look at it. There it is, Bulls fans. Macarthur have replaced Wellington Phoenix top of the table with this huge 2-0 win against rivals Sydney FC. Sky Blues, with this result, currently sit 10th on the ladder. They've got 2 wins and 5 losses for the season. And that was, you got to say, just one of the most incredible defensive performances we've seen in the competition this year. Callum's happy. Callum's happy with this one. The Bulls fans will be happy with this result that sees Macarthur sit top of the ladder. It's not done this weekend. Wanderers do play Melbourne Victory tomorrow. If Wanderers win, they will go top. Goal difference will take them above Macarthur. And with 2 teams from the west of Sydney sitting top of the A-League ladder. Adelaide also take on Brisbane Roar tomorrow afternoon, in fact. So, the Bulls, now undefeated still. 3 teams undefeated in the competition after Wellington lost today. Macarthur, Wanderers, Victory. Wanderers and Victory, of course, playing each other tomorrow, so we could be set to see only 2 teams undefeated in the competition. But isn't that just remarkable? Macarthur FC, a team who picked up the wooden spoon last year, have responded so well this season. They've brought in some good players, and they're looking very, very good. And now sit top of the table. And they deserve it. Dude, to be fair, Macarthur FC deserve it after how well they've played in this game and in many games so far this season. They've done really, really well to be in that position. To be fair, could be even higher. They really should have won against City and against Victory. 2 late draws in that game. But they're proving to be a really, really tricky team to face this year already, Macarthur FC. Borja Rodriguez came off the bench there. He's been great this year, though. The midfield has worked out really well. Backus and Lewis are proving to be a really good partnership in midfield. De Villa's having a great season so far as well. But defenses, man. That defense was fantastic. Jonathan Aspro-Potomedes, I think, is my player of the match. He was superb. We saw at one point that he made over 10 clearances tonight. Curto was only called into action a couple of times. Tommy Uscock as well at the back. Isaac Hovar came in for the injured Ivan Vujica as well. And as Adam points out here, very well, very right, Adam. Australia Cup champs from 2022 defeats the Australia Cup champions from 2023. There you go. Exactly right. Jake Holman, of course, scoring the first goal tonight. Crucial goal that really set the tone and put Sydney under pressure. And then it was Valerie Germain who finished it off at the end and really should have had two. Valerie Germain should have had two. There was an incredible miss towards the end there, which will go down. I'd be surprised if there's a misbeaten, a misbeat stat for miss of the season. That was a truly mind-blowing miss from Valerie Germain. I mean, he just had to hit the target, had to score there. Incredible, truly, truly incredible. It's quite fascinating when we look at the ladder now as it stands. You know, Melbourne City won last night against Glory. They're up to 7th place. Got 3 teams on 10 points as it stands. That could well change tomorrow. Newcastle Jets, their win against Phoenix lifts them to 8th place on the ladder. Mariners won last night against Western United, so they're up to 9th place. But Sydney, it's still not looking great for them this year, man. 10th on the ladder, just 2 wins to start off the season. Perth Glory losing last night to Melbourne City, sees them second last as well, of course. West United losing last night. But we've got some really exciting matchups. It's between 3 and 6. Those 4 teams are all meeting each other tomorrow afternoon. Wanderers will be taking on Melbourne Victory. Brisbane Roar travelling to Adelaide United. Should expect goals, and goals. More goals in those games tomorrow. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. I really enjoy joining you guys in this live discussion as we watch these A-League games live. And of course, stay subscribed to keep up to date to more watch-alongs here. We had a lot of fun doing the Matildas watch-alongs in the past week as well. Very much looking forward to the Asian Cup, which is kicking off next month for the Socceroos, and plenty of A-League action to keep us occupied all the way throughout the Christmas season. Hope you guys are doing well. Stay safe wherever you are in planet Earth. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.